Welcome back, No Timeouts family. I'm your host, or half of the host, Marcel Bouie.
And I'm Morgann Mitchell. Hi, guys.
This is No Timeouts DC during Corona edition. And we have a special guest joining us today. NBA champion, college UNC legend, the first one to get a triple-double in UNC. You know, looking at my facts. We got NBA analyst Brendan Haywood. House of Haywood's in the building. What's up, B Wood? Thank you,
man. Man, thanks so much for y'all having me, man. I watch y'all show a lot, man. I'm a big fan, so it's a pleasure to be on here with y'all.
Brendan's our first guest.
Say what?
Yeah, this is
our first guest.
I'm the first Corona guest?
Just in general, ever.
Ever?
Yes. Well,
wow. Well, listen, I definitely feel privileged then, man. I'm numero uno. You'll never forget your first.
Yeah, man, that's very true, man.
Oh my gosh. So anyways, Brendan, what have you been up to during quarantine with your new baby?
Man, listen, that's been it, man. Just being a new dad, hanging around, changing diapers. So my life has been boring but exciting all at the same time. It's been a blessing. Alani Joy Haywood was born April 9th. So I've just basically been taking care of her and holding the household down.
Oh, she's little. That's so fun.
How's that sleeping schedule right now?
Yo, the sleeping schedule is actually not that bad. She wakes up like a couple of times in the middle of the night, but me and my wife, we take turns on who has to stay up that night. So we just hand it off like a little baton race. Like, it's not my time tonight.
That's dope. You guys been watching a lot of TV and movies and stuff, or what are y'all doing besides like with the baby?
Man, you know, right now, movies, TV shows. We started watching Ozark, so we finally got up to season 3 now.
Yo!
Marcel, you're too hype over there, man.
Yo, Ozark's my show. Ozark's my show, bro. Like, season 3 was...
You guys, I tried season 1, and I just couldn't get into it.
Hey, Morgan, I'll tell you like this. I felt the same way, but you got to keep going. The only reason I probably stuck with the show was because of the coronavirus. I didn't have anything better to do. So season 2 was way better, and season 3 is a lot better. So if you stick with it, it picks up. But yeah, I'm with you. Season 1, I was like, what am I watching?
All right, I'll try again. We'll see.
Ozark. I've been watching All American. Like, that's been cool. Insecure's back. I'm hype about that. You know.
Yeah. The first episode was kind of
Yeah.
Insecure first episode.
I wanted an hour episode. I feel like the 30 minutes, like, we just don't get a lot accomplished.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel that. Any other than like TV, I know you're a music head. Any new music you've been trying to catch up on or listen to during these times?
Man, there hasn't been a lot of music that's really caught my eye right now. I can't say that, like I said, that I've really been looking for a lot of it, but I don't have anything new on my playlist right now. So I'm sticking with the oldie but goodies to this moment. Waiting for that new Marcel Bouie to drop, man.
Oh man, Marcel, I have a show tonight actually, bro. Pull up, man. Releasing some new tracks.
I'll tune in. I ain't got nothing better to do. It's either watch you or change diapers.
Have you been watching any of the IG lives?
I watched some of them, or I've seen like Carmelo and D-Wade talking to each other. The Carmelo story where he almost drowned was crazy, where LeBron saved him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
With one arm.
With Banana Boat story, right?
Yeah. So I've been watching some of that stuff, some of the TikToks.
You're on TikTok?
Huh?
Are you on TikTok?
Nah, I just be watching. I don't really. My swag, I ain't doing no TikToks. You ain't gonna have me out here dancing in the background or none of that stuff.
Please.
That would be funny.
I would love to see you have your own TikTok, or just like all the NBA TV guys, like y'all just share an account and each of y'all just do different dances. That would be fire.
The only way we're doing it is if you join in with us, and I know you're not doing it.
Nah, she'll do it.
Ooh.
Morgan gets lit, D-Wood.
Give
So there's been a lot of talks with a possible return of the NBA this season, like a 25-day plan rolling out. How do you feel about that? You think that NBA will actually come back, or just you personally just like, nah, just throw this season away?
I think I want them to do whatever's good for the players' sake. And so I do agree that, listen, if they do have a season, yeah, it's going to take 25 to 30 days to get these guys back in shape. Some of these guys haven't had a chance to really play. I think I saw Jason Tatum say he hasn't touched the basketball since the quarantine started. So for some of these guys to get in shape, for some of the better players to get a rhythm, it's going to take some time. And so I'm on board with whatever the league signs off on. If they say we're not going to have a season, it's obviously because it's not safe for the players. But if they can have a season, whether that means playing with no fans, I'm down for that too. But I need something to watch. I don't know about y'all, but I have been bored out of my mind. I have never realized more than right now how much sports controls my life. Like, my life revolves around sports. And so right now, man, I just be sitting at home watching the NBA TV, watching old basketball games. I was watching like the Knicks versus the Pacers from like 97 the other day. That's how I was watching, like it was new. So I was starving for content and action. So whatever they decide, I'll roll with. But I'm missing my sports right now. I can't lie.
How do you think different networks are doing with like all the different things from people being at home? Because obviously there's not a lot sports-wise to talk about. I mean, we have WNBA draft coming up, NFL draft, but how do you like the shows with everything formatted like this?
I think, you know what, I got to give, like, across all networks, whether you're talking about, NBA TV, TNT, Fox Sports 1, any of those networks, everybody's doing well in these times. Like, you're trying to find content. There's no live action. But I think most networks are doing a great job of at least giving us something to watch during the day with some of these debate talk shows and things of that nature. So I think it's actually been pretty good. I've liked the content. I've loved what I've seen out of NBA TV. ESPN's done a good job also. But I think that we, at NBA TV, I think we've been doing one of the best jobs out there.
Yeah, I say the only thing that's sad with like the draft, especially coming up, is like, I feel like you dream of that moment of like walking across the stage, shaking hands, like all that. So, and it's not just draft, with graduations and everything. There's a lot of people who are going to miss those moments, but it is going to be something they remember for forever.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. Like, everybody's life is different. Like, if you're the number one pick, you're not going to get a chance to shake your commissioner's hand. If you're drafted in the NFL, you're just going to have to be drafted at home. But you can't have even all your family and friends around because you can't have so many people at the house. We saw what happened when Dak Prescott had a few people over. The whole world went crazy. So can you just imagine the biggest moment of your young adult life, and you don't get to celebrate it the way you normally would, and you don't get to celebrate it with most of your friends and family. And that just lets us know how serious these times are.
So for you, getting into broadcasting right after playing, how did that transition happen? Like, what made you know you wanted to do it and then be like, all right, I'm ready right now?
I think if I was giving anybody some advice, it would be, don't try to get into something when you're done. I'd always been doing broadcasting before. I had done radio shows in DC, in Charlotte. I was a broadcaster for the Mystics. That's actually how I first met Stephanie Reddy, because she was assistant coach. And so it's crazy, come full circle. Now we do a lot of work together on NBA TV, but when she was assistant coach, I was getting information from her because I obviously wasn't as brushed up on the WNBA as I needed to be, and she helped me out a ton. So I have been in the business doing blogs and doing other things before my career came to an end. I always knew I wanted to do this. Y'all know me, I like to talk, so I figured I might as well get paid for it. Morgan, don't do that. Don't do that.
We got to talk about it. I'm a big fan of UNC, but you went there. Like, what do you think was wrong with this season?
Man, I think that obviously there wasn't the talent on the roster that UNC is used to normally having. Then on top of that, there was a lot of injuries. Cole Anthony missed some time. Some of the other guys missed time as well. They had a couple of guys go pro that they didn't think were going to go pro. Like, people probably thought Kobe White was going to be there for maybe another year, but he had an incredible year, so he left. And sometimes it's about timing and things. Like, when you watch UNC play, there were so many games that they could have won that they just didn't win down the stretch because they didn't execute. They were so hurt they didn't get practice time, and it showed. But UNC, we're a great program. We're going to bounce back. And I wasn't looking forward to watching the tournament without my Tar Heels. It doesn't even seem right. But I feel bad for the guys on that team because this is going to be one of those things. They're going to be marked as one of the worst Tar Heel teams to put on the jersey, and you don't want that for anybody.
Facts. So, usually North Carolina has a very big recruiting class. They got 3 McDonald's All-Americans.
We back.
Huh?
I said, we back.
Yeah, we got number 11 recruit, Dayron Sharp, 6'9" forward. Number 14 recruit, Walker Kessler, 6'11", out of Woodward Academy in Atlanta. And 17, Caleb Love, 6'3" point guard from Christian Brothers. Are you familiar with any of these guys? Have you seen tape on them?
Nah, I really don't watch the guys in high school that much. I normally just wait till they get to college. And then from the moment they step on the court, I start watching them play because obviously I got to do a lot of stuff for the NCAA tournament. And I cover college basketball, but when they're in high school, man, I don't really watch it that much. I have so much stuff to do between watching college during the year and watching the NBA. That's a full-time job for me. That's a lot of time watching basketball.
So fun fact, I actually know Walker Kessler because my little sisters, Reagan and Raina, played volleyball with his sister, Lily, in high school for clubs. So she played beach volleyball at LSU. Their older brother, Houston, played basketball at Georgia, and he's the truth.
He's the truth?
He's the truth.
Well, I will tell the young fella, anything you need, I got him for good. Of course, within the rules of the NCAA, of course.
All right, I'll make sure.
Of course.
So, staying on McDonald's All-American, you were a McDonald's All-American in 1997. Can you tell us about, that experience for yourself?
Man, the McDonald's All-American game was a great experience. I got a chance to, first of all, play with a lot of great players that I ended up playing against or with in the NBA, guys from like Larry Hughes, Baron Davis, all those guys, Ron Artest, Elton Brand, all those guys were there. So it's a great experience to get a chance to play against the best. That was always a dream of mine. I grew up watching the McDonald's All-American game. I wanted to be a part of it. So the fact that I got a chance to be a part of it was something truly special. But then, like, going behind the scenes at a young age and figuring out what the McDonald's All-American game is all about. Like, when you're a kid, you think it's just a basketball game. You don't realize the process. You go to the Ronald McDonald House, and when you go to the Ronald McDonald House and you meet some of those families and some of those kids and you put a smile on their face, you start understanding, it's bigger than you, and you start learning that at a young age. And I played with, like I said, I talked about Larry Hughes. Larry Hughes' brother was actually in the Ronald McDonald House because he had some complications when he was younger. So to go to that Ronald McDonald's house with Larry Hughes and his brother and saw how his brother was responding to the kids, it hit me different. Even though I was 17, I was like, this is bigger than just some basketball.
Wow, that's a great story. Also, I know in that game, you were the only UNC guy in that game, and there were 3 Duke guys, Shane Battier, Elton Brand, and someone else.
Chris Burgess.
Was there any recruiting? Yeah, Burgess. Was there any recruiting with Tracy McGrady? He was a North Carolina guy. He was undecided at the time. Were you trying to recruit or? Nah,
fam. We all knew Tracy was going straight to the league. Like there was no need to recruit. Yeah. But the thing was, Tracy wasn't even there. Like, he didn't show up. Like, he knew he wasn't going. Like, he didn't show up to the McDonald's All-American game.
Wow.
He's on the picture, but he never showed up. He wasn't at the practices anyway.
That's crazy. Also, during that, staying in high school, talk about, like, who were your top 3 picks? Like, UNC, we talked about this before, but can you explain it to me one more time? Like, who was recruiting you? Where did you want to go?
Man, you know what? I didn't grow up I watched Carolina, but I was actually a diehard Kansas fan. And me and Roy Williams always joke about it. Like, if he would have gave me the call, I would have went. But he chose a guy by the name of Eric Chenoweth over me, and, it didn't work out as well for him. But my last 3, it probably came down to Carolina. It was Carolina, Kansas, and I actually and Morgan's going to like this one. I actually was really in on Clemson and Miami.
Go Tigers!
Yeah, Rick Barnes did an excellent job recruiting me. A guy on my team that I won the state championship with the year before by the name of Vincent Witt, he had went to Clemson too. So I was all in on Clemson, and then I took my visit. I was like, man, ain't nothing down here for me.
You would have had the opportunity to focus.
Listen, my mom was like, what do you think? I said, Mom, I can't stay down here for 4 days, more or less 4 years. I ain't coming. I'm telling you, I really thought about Clemson. I love Coach Barnes. I wanted to play with my old teammate, but it was so boring down there. I was like, dog, y'all ain't taking me nowhere on my visit. This is whack. I ain't coming.
Honestly, there wasn't a lot when I went there, so I can't imagine that there was anything there when you went on a visit.
Yeah, quit trying to make me seem like I'm that old. I see what you did there. That's not nice. That's not nice. That's not nice.
Do that to you.
Yeah, I think you would.
Here, we appreciate all of our guests.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about the Ronald McDonald House and like about figuring out what it was really about to be an All-American and guys giving back. How have you felt about all the players who've been really helping with COVID? Like we saw that Cole Anthony was in Harlem giving out free meals to healthcare workers at a Harlem hospital. And obviously a bunch of different guys are doing stuff around the league. Like what have you seen that's been helping you feel like something's being done to help?
I just look at everything. Like as far as like you see so many, like you said, from whether it be Cole Anthony or whether it's different guys within the league, you see so many guys giving back, from the Chris Pauls, LeBron Jameses, even outside of the NBA. You hear about like Drake, Tom Brady. Everybody understands that right now. This is just this is something we never saw coming. This is something that is out of this world and it's hurting people in a lot of different ways. Certain people can't work, so it's putting a strain on them financially. Then you have the people that are losing loved ones. We saw Karl Anthony Towns lose his mother. Rest in peace. I mean, it's just everybody's trying to help at so many different levels. Whatever you do is truly touching me, because you don't have to do anything, but the fact that so many people feel responsible that they have to, that they should, is very encouraging. Lets me know our game's in a good place.
The GOAT documentary is supposed to be coming soon.
Sunday.
Can't wait.
That's it.
And this is what I thought was funny, like RJ being like, "Oh, it's me because I said that we should have LeBron call ESPN to move it up and da-da-da." Like, no. A lot of stuff had to happen for the documentary just to be moved up to the 19th, because it was supposed to obviously be in June. But hopefully that'll be something that just gets people to enjoy something during like such a terrible time.
Listen, I know the documentary starts on, I think they're gonna show it every Sunday. Every Sunday I'm gonna be glued to my TV. Just because, that 90s era, watching those Bulls teams play, that was my youth, that was my childhood. MJ is always gonna be the GOAT to me. I can't wait for this documentary. I think it's gonna be incredible. When you go behind the scenes and you start peeling back layers, you really start looking at teams, you get such an in-depth look at the personalities and how things transpired in a different way than you probably originally thought in your mind. Taking us behind the curtain with that Bulls team on that last run, that's going to be truly special. I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, it just had me laughing that like the comment came out that MJ was like, people are going to hate me after they see this documentary. But to be fair, like, it's not like how things are now with social media where everyone couldn't see what he was really doing and like how he was really interacting with people. Like now it's hard to get away with stuff. Like if you have a lot of energy that people aren't rocking with, like you're gonna see it because some reporter or somewhere is gonna post it and everyone's gonna see everything. Do you think that it'll affect the GOAT conversation at all, or do you think it'll just show like his focus?
I don't think the fact that MJ might not come off as likable will affect the GOAT conversation at all, because a lot of great basketball players weren't likable. Kobe Bryant early in his career was not likable. Like he didn't have a lot of friends. I played with Michael Jordan. He can be tough on you at times. Like he can be tough. Like he can build you up or he can break you down.
You got a story? You got a story? You got a story?
A story? You know what? Do I have a story? I got one. So like it's because you got to understand Mike had came out of the front office to play with our team. And so whenever I was having a good game, like Mike would just be speaking life into me, like, man, you're going to be killing it. I would feel like I'm on cloud 9. But if I messed up, whether it's in practice in the game, he was into me. Like me and Kwame Brown, because Kwame Brown was drafted the same year as me also, but like we just handled it different. Like it broke Kwame. I just understood that it was just something different. I just remember it came to a head one day in practice. I was on the other team and I set a screen. It might have been illegal. And I caught Mike with an illegal screen. And you just hear this, as he goes down. I'm like, did I just hurt the goat? And so I tried to just walk down the court like nothing happened. And then just all of a sudden, I just hear all this profanity. and a ball whizzes by my head. And I was like, I know the Jumpman symbol didn't just throw the ball at me. As I turn around, he's walking towards me, and he's just saying everything. He's talking about this, that, and the third. You grew up watching me. How dare you? I'm just like, I don't know what to do, because if it's anybody else and they walking towards you, you like, yo, we about to squabble. But then at the same time, I'm like, this is the GOAT. On top of him being the GOAT, he's still technically in the front office. This is my boss. So I'm just froze like, am I gonna have to fight the Jumpman? And he eventually just chilled out. They're like, come on, chill out, Mike. I'm like, yeah, Mike, chill out. and that was the end of it. But it was just, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was weird because there were times when he made me feel like I was way better than I was. But then there were certain times when Mike would take you all the way down and then have you feeling like you back in elementary school.
Well, guess we'll see on Sunday.
That's a great story.
I can't wait to watch. Some of those stories where they're saying, oh man, if Mike's gonna be portrayed in a bad light, like, I've seen those firsthand. They're not gonna be surprising to me.
If you can give something or someone a timeout right now, who would it be or what would it be? What would you call a timeout on?
What, were they doing something like out of pocket?
Yeah. You gotta like, yo, think about what you're doing. Like, you need some time. We gotta call
I already got it. I got it. I'm calling my timeout on Russell Wilson, the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. Don't you be in no more TikTok videos of Sierra having her dancing all around in circles and you be in the back like a hype man. Have some more respect for yourself, Russ. Tell her, put your foot down. Baby, I ain't doing the video. This ain't my thing. She's dancing, looking cool as hell. Russ in the background looking like he's just a part, like he's just blending in. Like, what is that? Russ, stand up for yourself.
Think he's cool.
Time out, Russ. No more TikTok videos for Russell Wilson.
That's
None of that. Stop. Whatever he's calling himself, I'm calling the timeout for Russell Wilson. I don't want to see him in any more TikTok videos. It's embarrassing. His wife dances too well.
That's really super fair. That's a great one.
Mm-hmm.
That was great. We'll let him know. Bouie, thank you for your time and congratulations on a new beautiful baby girl, man. We appreciate you, man. Be safe. You know, Morgann.
Thank you so much. Sending love and safety to you and your family. And yeah, hopefully we'll all get to be back in some sort of basketball setting at some point.
All right, man. Thanks, man. Thank y'all guys for having me.
Thank you.
I'm Marcel Bouie. This is No Timeouts.
And I'm Morgann Mitchell. Y'all be safe.